Okay, let's share this link out. Copy. Boo, 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 boo. I'm gonna share it to the Dark Star Discord and also my Discord.
I wonder
Um,
how big this planet is. There's so much of it.
I don't have one of
One
those
could
fancy
argue
bots
that
that
there's a
announces
little
things
too
in my
much of it.
stream. I should probably get one. For some weird reason, I opted to spend 30 hours making an avatar instead of getting a bot that automatically announces stuff. But that just seems to be the way I do things. I don't know why. I'm just different. Everyone else seems to have like these cool bots that announce things.
Remind me again. Why are we standing this far apart?
Okay. We've sent out the information. So we have this beautiful place. It is like this lavender desert, and we have this gas giant kind of right above the horizon line. This is on our nice little Dark Star platform here. Oh, hello there. Yeah, we have 45 minutes to the mod drop, so you guys could probably, in 45 minutes time, tell me if there is a cool mod out and convince me to play it live. Let's see here. We have our nice little Dark Star layout here, and I have two segments that are floating off the edge. And this is for a mod review for TG's Galactic Harvest. So we're going to be going over TG's Galactic Harvest, doing a review of that now that the issues with it have been fixed and corrected. And I can confirm it definitely has been fixed and corrected because I was able to find points of interest on Earth without any kind of issue after installing and doing the quest for this. But let's check out the interiors, and then we will start kind of like decorating, which is a very time-consuming process. I go to pick up a drink, and someone shuts the door on me. So we have some of our Galactic Harvest stuff here, but basically we have 3 rooms going on. They're kind of like, we have the round hab in the center. What did they do for the Skyrim, like that remaster? I forget what they did. Was it discounted for people that already had it? It probably was discounted to upgrade. Oh, this is my meat cooler here. I believe I have more. Is it in here or is it in, I think it might be in resources. Yeah, let's get rid of all this stuff. Not that. Glider meat, we can get rid of that. Ah, so it was 16 quid if you were. I believe that's the proper term. I'm not British, but I believe it's you guys refer to it as quid. To upgrade from like, the normal Skyrim to the like remastered version. Yeah, I would highly expect that they would do the same kind of model because like basically everyone upgraded. Okay, I think I got all this out of here.
You don't have to say a word. Just stay close. That's enough.
So let's think here. Let's check out this other hab. And so what I'm imagining with this outpost is kind of like a working outpost that has like hydroponics kind of interwoven into like the living spaces. Like what I'm imagining is an outpost that is functional. So it has the amenities for people to live in, but also has kind of food sources throughout. So making good use of like space. Like I have this wheat, tomato plant, got our potatoes there. Like some of this stuff I think I'm going to pop up on tables.
Yes?
But very similar layout here, except I have 2 additional rooms. Um, let's see. So like I have this room here, which I think I'm going to put a bunch of workbenches in. And then I think I should have this. No, not that room. There should be another room here. Did I not put it in? I thought there was another room. Oh, I didn't put it in yet. No wonder it's missing. Let's find our dark star. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put a military hab over there, but I need to get a small quantum brick. Yeah, it seemed like when they recently did an upgrade for Skyrim for PlayStation to include scripting, and for like a couple days after, Starfield's creations was like it was difficult to connect to the server and stuff. So it seems like creations is kind of like all interconnected. So whenever they
This
hook up
landscape
creations for
feels like a dream.
Fallout, I am expecting that we
Am I dreaming?
here in
Is
Starfield
all
world are
this just a
probably going to
dream?
see problems.
If so, where will I find myself if I
Especially because I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be porting stuff from
Hopefully, in my
Nexus over
armchair,
to
with
Creations.
Funny and Flo clucking daintily
We'll
by the
see.
fireside.
Like, I'm kind of really,
That would be nice.
I'm curious how the Fallout community is going to handle paid mods. That is just a very curious thing. I expect a lot of kickback from the Fallout community over paid mods. Maybe not so much because like Fallout 76, I believe it does have stuff with like the like atoms and you can like purchase stuff. And I think that includes player created content. I believe so. But I expect a lot of like the old Fallout fans, the full like from Fallout 3, Fallout 1, Fallout 2, New Vegas, they seem to be a little bit more ideological when it comes to mods. So I expect there to be kind of a little bit of a headbutting over paid mods. Well, I don't think the new remaster of Fallout is going to be in the Creation Engine 2. Um, I'd I'd be shocked if it was. I mean, it could be completely possible that they port everything over to the Creation Engine 2, and I think that would be advantageous of Bethesda to do. But I think what they're just doing is just like a simple re-release, maybe a touch up of the graphics, not a complete like port over to the Creation Engine 2, which I think they should do it for modding purposes because mods just work a lot smoother. There's a lot less concern about like load order when it comes to um, things like your load order itself. Like in the old Creation Engine, load order mattered way more than it does now. Like I know my current load order, it's completely disorganized, but it works. Like I have not. It's not properly organized. I know it's not properly organized. I know better, but it's working. Um, So why won't you snap on there? Let's see if I stand here, if I can get it to click on in the proper spot. Try that one would work. I want that. I don't want that. Don't want that. Round would work. Could do an industrial. You're standing on top of me, bro. Yeah, let's just go with the industrial. I think he fell. Ben, you fell. Dude. Oh, you seem okay. Yeah, for the most part, unless you're dealing with a like conflicting mods, it really doesn't matter. And sometimes like, you intentionally are dealing with conflicting mods because you like want one piece from one mod and you want another piece from another mod. And that's kind of when like load order considerations really come into place. They're not too huge, but under like the old Creation Engine, load order definitely was a much larger consideration. So I think it would be advantageous of them, especially because Fallout 5 does not seem anywhere close to being published. Um, it would definitely be advantageous of them to take Fallout 4, upgrade it into the Creation Engine 2, and you know, um, have that upgrade so that the Creation Kit 2 is being used, and load order considerations just really are not that much of a concern. And there's also the talks of Bethesda's working with PlayStation now to actually get what is it? To get mods on PlayStation that include external assets. Last I checked, it was being explored external assets, so it seems that PlayStation's open to it. But that being considered, I expect that PlayStation is only going to be approaching external assets with paid creations where they get, that platform cut. And plus, there's also a QA process with paid creations. So I'm not sure if we'll see free mods with external assets because PlayStation's they're just simply going to want what is it? They're going to want that QA process that's going to be able to take a look at like what the external assets are and make sure that it's nothing too much for PlayStation. I think I joked about it on Twitter and posted it and said, please, day one, don't port over the big titty goth anime mods and ruin this for everyone. And that's a real concern. Like, if they do have it open for free mods, and day one, people start porting like some really questionable mods, that can actually like get headlines and cause PlayStation to do like a knee-jerk reaction in the other way. So if I was a mod author for Skyrim or Fallout and looking to port stuff to PlayStation and it does get open to external assets and you can port free mods, be considerate that PlayStation's been very hesitant about these things for quite a while, and going full bore on like the first day will probably ruin it for everyone because it'll probably end up in like some bad press headline and PlayStation will feel obligated to react. Well, when it comes to like the whole console wars between like PlayStation and Xbox, um there seems to be some kind of mutual cooperation going on. Like there are PlayStation ports coming to Xbox and vice versa. They're wrapping the original Halo in Unreal and re-releasing it to PlayStation. We're probably going to see others, and this is because of like changing demographics. When I look at like how my daughter consumes video games, it is very different than how I consume video games. In fact, I went and I kind of like cold asked her the question, like, "Hey, I'm placing you in a room. You have an Xbox console. It has Minecraft and Roadblocks on it, and you have a tablet that has Minecraft and Roadblocks on it. Which one are you grabbing, and which one are you playing?" And the answer was quite revealing. She said she would grab the tablet and she was going to play Roadblocks, and that was because it had more variety of games, and she also prefers to play on a tablet opposed to a console. And this is just like weird changes within Gen Alpha. And like this is going to affect both PlayStation and Xbox coming because they're going to grow up sooner or later. And if you have a generation of people that prefer to game on a tablet opposed to a console, you're not going to make any console sales. You'll have these people buying iPads and just playing games on that, and they'll be left in the dust. So it seems like the motif is like, how can we get the Xbox app on every piece of hardware possible? And let's not really worry about Xbox sales because they just lose. Myself, I play on an Xbox, but I prefer PC. I know my daughter would absolutely loathe playing on a PC. I feel I have better control, but controlling things on a PC, it's way more elaborate, and you can set up way more elaborate controls. That touchscreen, it's far less nuanced, but it's easier to just pick up and play. So it's easier for kids with like setting up like key bindings and all this kind of nonsense to just pick up a tablet and play a game. And it comes down to like how do they consume games? Like my daughter will sit there and she will watch people on YouTube or Twitch play video games for like 3 or 4 hours, see them do something, and she'll want to do it. That's when she'll pick up like Minecraft or Roadblocks, do the thing for like maybe like a half hour to 45 minutes, and then start browsing like shorts. And it comes down to a problem of it's really easy to be entertained nowadays. So video games has to like it's a form of entertainment and it has to compete with content like short form content or even long form content, live streamers, Twitch streamers. Like my daughter is way more apt to watch someone play video games than to actually play them herself. And usually, what prompts her to play them herself is she sees something cool in someone's video, then picks it up. So, like video games, I see the console wars kind of falling apart. And this is kind of weird, but I see Xbox and PlayStation almost becoming allies against Twitch and YouTube for your screen time. Um, it's weird, but this is like something like it definitely need like if you enjoy playing on PC, this should be concerning because there's going to be a point in time in the future where game developers are going to see this massive gen alpha that loves playing on tablets, and they're going to start designing games with touchscreens in mind, and a mouse and keyboard is just going to be an afterthought, and that's something that frightens me. um, I need to get luxury textiles because I want to use these couches. So I think we're going to be doing that. I think we're going to go get some luxury textiles, set up some couches, some tables, and then we're going to start fleshing out this place. Yeah, I absolutely love downloading mods, but you know, do younger people download mods? Like, I know Starfield, I talk with a lot of the Starfield community, and I find there seems to be the demographic of mod users amongst the Starfield community typically is older. It's millennials and Gen X. And I think that is for a very specific reason. Like, I remember my family getting the first home PC in 1995 for us. My father had absolutely no clue how to use the thing. So I was basically the family's IT department and I had to figure it out. And this is just something I've learned at work with interns that are like Gen Z is they do not know how to fix and diagnose software problems at all. They like expect software to just work, which is shocking. Like they're on basically computers all the time, but I guess it's because like you're on your like phone and your iPad, and the software is extremely polished and works and functions the way it should. Like I grew up with software that kind of like half worked, and you had to like play around with it to get it to do what you wanted. It just seems that the ability to diagnose software and fix it is being lost on future generations because they have very heavily polished software, and they don't ever have to do that. And that's one of those things when it comes to mods, like you have to kind of like have that like almost basic IT knowledge of, well, okay, let's turn it off and turn it back on. Let's uninstall everything and reinstall it. And like that kind of stuff fixes it. And I I'll tell you, on my channel, I get like a ton of like weird questions, people having problems, and it's usually like very basic solutions that fix everything for people. It's like, did you clear your reserve space and then reinstall your load order?
What are you
And
listening
it's
to?
usually followed up by a question of, well, how do I do that? Uh, and like, I don't know. Do you guys know younger people that are into modding? Like, is that something that Gen Z and Gen Alpha actually participate in, or is this like primarily millennials and Gen X that are modding out games? If it's primarily millennials and Gen X, I guess that the follow-up question is like, how do we reach Gen Alpha and tell them about the wonders of being able to customize your own video games? Yes, it is fraught with tons of struggles. You'll have 3-hour sessions where you're just diagnosing problems with your load orders, but when you get everything working and you get it working right, it's just amazing.
I'm picking
How
up multiple life
strange,
signs.
and yet
Let's hope
beautiful.
they're friendly.
Now we travel around to my different outposts to get luxury textiles. Hopefully I can find enough. I should. I have enough of these Darkstar outposts that I should be able to pick up a fair amount. None there. Maybe I already bought it. You know what? I should put up a post on my YouTube page asking people who mod their game what generation they belong to. And I know some modders out there are actually baby boomers, so I need to include that. So it's like, oh geez, I'm gonna have to combine things like Gen X and millennials might get combined into, or I could just combine Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I don't know. Like I'm limited to 4 options. So we have boomers. That's our old generation. And there are a fair amount of boomers that like
I can
this
see a
game.
rock.
And I think that's primarily because they grew up in the space age and they grew up with things like Star Trek. And to contrast what Bruce Neesmith said, oh, space is just inherently boring. I think it's boring to certain generations. And I think it's boring to generations that did not grow up in the space race. Like I was on the tail end of it, and space I find to be interesting, even the emptiness of it.
Lots of disco.
Let's go to the next outpost. But I could see why like Gen Z does not find space to be that interesting because I mean during their lifetime what did we do? We just basically put up thousands of satellites into low Earth orbit, and that's basically it. Well, I mean, we did fly the New Horizons spacecraft by Pluto, but I don't know how many of them were actually interested in that. I watched that live.
Oh,
I
what's
found that
that
to
you
be
have
absolutely
there?
fascinating. Oh yeah, that's right. I have a teleporter button down here, so I don't have to fly up.
Oh, look at that, Xeno.
Let's see. But that is a very interesting aspect of what I would say is the Starfield demographics. It tends to be older people. Younger people aren't really into this game, and I don't really understand why. Um, I speculate on things. I think it's because maybe they didn't grow up remembering like, space shuttle trips and stuff like that. Or, maybe it's just like the media they take in. They're just not interested in like a space RPG that is more science heavy, and they want more fiction heavy with tons of aliens and tons of excitement. But that's kind of like a weird thing in general. Some people have speculated that it's the type of storytelling. You know, Bethesda games don't have that spoon-fed storytelling with very tight pacing. And
You in a hurry?
that stuff like a Cyberpunk has, where it has very tight pacing, it's very cinematic. The pacing is kind of very loose in Starfield, and you can kind of like exit and enter storylines at like almost any point. I don't think that makes it bad. It's just inherently different, and you actually have to kind of engage with the story. It's not going to be like force fed to you, so you can actually miss huge aspects of the plot if you're not paying attention. Which is one of those things I like about this game. It's not forcing the story down my throat. It's allowing me to engage with which aspects of the story I want to engage with.
What are you listening to?
Oh yeah, we need to go up here. One thing I really hope Bethesda improves upon over the coming years is their communication with the community. It has been lackluster at best, and then at times it has been downright terrible. Um, and I can kind of give an example. Is the conceding points that do not need to be conceded. Bruce Neesmith, in like a recent interview, said that space is inherently boring. So he's essentially conceding a point to the other side of the argument, which does not need to be conceded, because space being boring, that is an opinion statement, and it basically just does not need to be conceded at all. You can more than you can disagree on that. I disagree on that vehemently. I do not think that space is inherently boring. It might be devoid of life, but it's not boring by any means. I think we're going to need to travel to other places to get the necessary ingredients we need here. We need luxury textiles. So I really am hoping that their community managers are more active in the community and actually communicating with the fans. And I hope they realize that a lot of social media influencers are actually paid to have their opinions about video games, and that includes making sure that they trash the competition. And this is something that, oh, good morning. This is
Nice
something
outfit,
that
homie.
Hey, I need to talk with
I
you.
think they need to realize. They need to realize that a lot of social media influencers are being paid to have opinions about certain video games, including trashing competition, and that they should not ever concede a point to these people. I would never do it. Long story short, one of my first jobs out of college was actually making collection calls for a financial institution, and that was one of the fundamental lessons I learned was never concede a
Hope
point
you're having a
unless you
pleasant
have
day.
to. So like anytime someone says an opinion statement, do not ever concede to an opinion statement. Uh,
We've
your
got
opinion, you
stuff.
are entitled to your
We
own
need
opinion.
stuff.
You do not have to concede to theirs. Ever.
Oh, hey, a customer.
And I think that's primarily where Bethesda went wrong. A lot of people will blame like them going, oh, using ChatGPT to respond
Okay,
to
take a
Steam
look.
criticism was the point where they went wrong. No, it was when they started conceding points to criticism. They should have just kept on their haunches and be like, maybe the game's just not for you. It's making a game's like ordering a pizza for a party. You're never going to satisfy everyone. And they should have just stuck with that. Like, if you don't like the game, that's fine. That's your opinion. But the game's not meant to satisfy everyone. It's a specific genre. People who like a sci-fi genre will enjoy the game. But if you don't like a sci-fi genre, you're not going to enjoy the game.
There you go.
Paradiso Security is only here for your safety.
So that's kind of like my hopes for like the next couple years, and I think they really need to work on that before the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, because the same thing is going to happen. You're going to get a lot of YouTubers and social media influencers that are paid by whatever RPG to have an opinion on that's positive for a specific RPG and trash all the other competition out there. And the last thing you want to do is concede any points to those people, because they're just going to use it as ammunition. I need to get luxury textiles. Maybe Volai will have some.
Oh my, this place is somewhat foreboding.
Yes, it is. I'm kind of waiting for the game to catch up a little bit here.
Step through the door of certain outfit.
Nice outfit, homie.
I think so myself.
Come on in, please. Have a good look around. Welcome to Sick. I'm sure we can make.
Shush, 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 shush. Let me just show me your wares. You don't have any luxury textiles. I hate you.
Goodness, so many outfits. All these interesting, shiny.
What are you listening to?
Hey there, intrepid explorer. Ready to make your own.
Got all the time in the world to keep tracking you down.
Maybe the Trade Authority will have some.
Need something?
Yes, I need luxury textiles, sir.
Yeah? What? You got the money. Or the goods.
You probably don't have it. Nope.
You done here? Time to move on.
We won't let you down, Fun.
Oh, what's that you have there?
Hey, Dan, I've got something for you.
And I only bring
Here
up
to
that
purchase some mining goods?
conceding.
Welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face.
Conceding unnecessary points to people as a bad thing, because when Bruce Neesmith, I read the full article and he basically said that space is inherently boring and that's why space travel in Starfield is not that great. And I actually I do agree with him that long transit times is not that great of a thing, and it's more a novelty than anything. But his words got twisted, and I think I didn't watch any of the videos, but there was I read the original interview, and occasionally I'll watch other videos
Take
on it
as
because it's
long
like,
as you need.
why should I
can wait.
even?
I'm afraid it is. You see,
Okay,
Yet
shush.
here
You talk too much.
that would be a blessing.
I just want to see
Certainly,
what
my
you have
friend.
to say. There was probably about 45 videos made off of one line during that interview that, each of them were like 15 to 30 minutes in length. And they very much twisted a lot of what he said. Well, they would have had to. I never watched any of them. They just had very bad framing. It was like, Bethesda will never learn, blah, 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 blah. Some guy just saying, like, yeah, space travel's not that great. Flying in a straight line for 30 minutes is going to be inherently boring. And that's kind of why they didn't include it in the base game. You can tell that they had intentions of it, because like the textures for like stars, you can't even get up close to them unless you have Astrogate installed. They're actually extremely detailed, so you can tell like the intention was to allow people to fly up close to those stars and stuff. But they probably took it out or didn't take it out, but stopped developing it because they realized, like,
Farewell, my friend.
what
and
the
tell
heck?
everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.
See?
What the heck
I
is the
told you.
point when people will do it for 5 minutes and then start fast traveling again, which is kind of like
You in a
what
hurry?
installing Astrogate is like. I've seen people play with it. I've played with it myself. I only use it for getting like video footage. That's it. I don't actually play with it installed. So it's going to be interesting when they install or when they update the game to include a space overhaul. In my opinion, they need to do something with Terran Armada narratively to make sure to interrupt those long transit times between planets, because otherwise it's boring. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's not even in the game. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's not in the game, but in games like No Man's Sky, do you actually travel like that, or do you just fast travel to the place you want to go? And I think that is a lot of the problem with the Starfield discourse is it is not done in good faith. So people make like arguments like, "Oh, No Man's Sky, I can travel like this." It's like, do you even travel like that in No Man's Sky, or are you fast traveling? Because I bet you're fast traveling. Because like traveling in a straight line for 30 minutes is just inherently boring unless you have something to interrupt it and break it up. And that's where I think and I hope they're going to go with Terran Armada, is they're going to create some kind of system of random events and to break that up. Maybe putting like points of interest in deep space, like adding like space stations at like the Lagrange point
Oh,
of like
look at
Earth or
that,
something like
Xena.
that, just to make it interesting. Otherwise, it's just a boring affair. And it'll be one of those things like I'll do it for 5 minutes, like, oh cool, I got some awesome video footage, and then I'll start fast traveling again. Where was I going? We need to get inside. You're all in my way.
Hi, Dan.
I have a fast travel button here.
What are you listening to?
Tommy, I'm honestly listening to nothing. I don't even have the soundtrack on in this game. You know what? Let's turn that back on. I turned that off for something I was recording something, and I wanted to add the soundtrack back in after the fact because you can kind of control the volume when you're editing that way. But let's add the soundtrack back in because I actually kind of enjoy the soundtrack of Starfield. I don't know about you guys, but I do. Let's keep it at 70. And then why was I coming here? I wanted to see. I think I can craft. Do I have the capacity to craft luxury textiles? Because I need
So
them.
much expanse, as far as the eye can see. Although in my case,
And I can't seem to find them anywhere, and I don't feel like resetting everything. Well, I can craft a polytextile. Let's see here. Can I really not craft a luxury textile? It's gotta be, maybe I missed it. Alright. Looks like I can't craft a luxury textile.
Yes? Need something?
Yeah, we're gonna sleep for full day, see if the inventory resets. Hey Marty, how's it going? Let's see if you have luxury textiles now. Oh, that's good. I am on vacation this week, so I figured I would live stream a little bit. Because I have a little bit of time to do that. Normally, when I'm playing this game, it's like 3 in the morning, and no one's awake to watch a live stream, anyways.
Hi, Dan.
Okay, I'm gonna try Gagarin Landing. I have no plans for my vacation. We're getting close to the end of the year, and my boss kind of reminded me that I have not taken any of my paid time off. And he might have kind of like forced me to take this week off. And I kind of need it as well. Like I just need like a break from work. From all kind of also from like grinding out like mod reviews. Like that's it's really time consuming. Um Yeah, it's really time consuming, and sometimes they can be like a miss. Sometimes they hit, and like I'll get like 5,000 views off of like a mod review, but other times like it'll be like a complete miss, and I'll get like 700 views off of it, and it's like I spent like 3 days on it, and it's like that's kind of like disheartening. They get views in the long run though, because like they'll get that initial bump from like people that are really into mods. But long haul wise, they perform pretty well because like anytime someone picks, I think my game's crashing. It's crashing. Yes, it is crashing. I'm gonna give it a second. We're gonna let it crash out. I actually, with this save, I need to jump through the Unity. I am starting to get to the point in time where if I travel to major cities, there is a high probability of my game just crashing. Yep, but the plan for this week of vacation is do nothing, sleep in. That's a good thing. Um, I've actually picked up Vex's slates multiple times and read them. I haven't done it this time in this universe. Um, I think I still need to pick up the one for Watchtower. I believe there's one in one of the toilets. All right, this is crashing out. I'm just going to close it and then reopen the application. I don't know who would do that. But let's go check it out. Good morning. Oh, the fun loading screens. They tell me cool things about my Xenopets. I don't know why people complain about loading screens so much. Oh. You know what, Marty? I absolutely love venison. I've never been hunting, but I live in Pennsylvania, so I always get every year a fair amount of venison from people that actually do hunt. I enjoy it. A lot of people don't like it. I don't really get that. So very lean meat.
You in a hurry?
Over here. There's something we need to discuss. Hey.
Okay. Hold on, Marty's writing interesting things in chat. It is nice to kind of go out in the middle of nowhere and like disconnect occasionally.
Bet you think all the dregs you've taken out make you some kind of...
Imagine how happy Fun Run will be if we solve
Hey,
this mystery.
I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you?
You must be Ranger Price.
The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here. But this city is real good at keeping its secrets. Even from us.
So you think I should just give up?
No. I think you should be careful.
We'll see about that.
You're not listening. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace, and make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
So just turn a blind
I
eye?
pick my battles, and I pick them carefully. Our first duty is to protect the people of the Free Star Collective. But sometimes you have to choose which people to protect, because not everyone is innocent.
I won't cause any
Good.
trouble.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free.
Take me to Billy
on.
Clayton.
Oh, look at that, Xeno. What are you listening to?
Been looking for you. That's tough.
That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. I learned quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. Hostages or not.
Talk and we can all go
There are
our
two
separate
things
ways.
you don't do in Neon. One, you don't mess with Bayou's money, and two, you don't take Aurora off-world. But you understand that, don't you? That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, and you'll fit right in.
Or affliction, from cuts and scrapes to dislocated limbs. We also sell a full range of personal treatment products, so you can take...
Welcome, Off-Worlder, to the Hotel Volai, your home away from home here on Neon. Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with a prime rating of only 60.
Oh, what's that you have there?
a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Gave me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
All right.
What do you need?
I need information on a pilot right now.
A stolen Hope Tech ship, huh? Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. You know what I mean?
I will murder you right here, right now, and not think think 2 seconds about it. Don't make me persuade you the hard way.
Whoa, relax. No need to get rough here. Truth is, I'm scared enough as it is. I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong.
Yeah, I know. You're
Freestyle
talking to
Rangers
me.
are
It's in
supposed to
danger.
protect the innocent, right?
Are you refusing to cooperate because that would have consequences?
Please, I'm begging you. Just hear me out. I've got nowhere else to turn, and I'm running out of time. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
I'll talk to the
I
loan
swear
shark.
it on my best set of wrenches. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epside. Place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's got the key.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
If you're wondering what that smell is,
Enjoy some unique company and toss back one of ours.
This is private property. You'd better keep walking. This is private property. Do you now? Thank you. I hear you. You go in, talk to the man, and then you come right back out.
I'm gonna
Try
put a bullet in
anything
his head.
stupid, and it's your funeral. Here, this will get you in.
You better watch it.
Damn recruits making stupid moves! Go on. Better get out while we still can.
You're gonna catch it all
It was the closest thing I could find in the out-of-the-box stuff without paying for an artist to Starfield. So, kind of close to the Ryujin operative suit. What did you do here, Cuddles? You made a bloody mess. So I spent like 30 hours setting this up. And then I used my daughter as the focus group To make sure it was a good avatar, because she actually watches a lot of streamers that use like avatars and stuff.
Quiet.
And this is
We have to fight.
We win!
what are you guys doing? But yeah, this was based off my observations of my daughter and how she consumes video games. She typically watches people play video games and then gets inspired to play them herself. So that's kind of why I grabbed this instead of just, just playing. I don't know if I don't think I'll use, maybe I'll use it for mod reviews. I have no clue. What are your guys' thoughts? And this is based off of like my observations of like a lot of younger people do not play Starfield, but a lot of like boomers, millennials, and Gen X do play Starfield. And I think it comes down to like how Gen Z and Gen Alpha consume content
They hit the
and
bars,
consume
buy a
video
lot of
games.
drinks, talk up how great they... Did you talk to Goodman?
Unfortunately, it came to violence. Didn't work out well for him.
I didn't mean to put you in harm's way. I was hoping he'd come around when he saw you were a Freestar Ranger deputy.
Took me about a week on the job to learn that doesn't usually work around here.
Okay, time for me to keep my end of the bargain. The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit, and she's been throwing money around, so it must have paid well.
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll back you up.
I love the Starborn boost pack because I can do stuff like this. Navigating the city of Neon takes a completely different turn. No, not there.
Hi, Dan.
Be a social club. So come on in. Enjoy some unique.
You in a hurry?
Oh, great. A Freestar Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something?
I am Freestar Ranger Lorem Ipsum.
Well, I'm sure your mom is real proud. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just get on with it.
This is not my first interrogation either. In fact, I had one right here.
Wow. Good for you. If that was supposed to impress me, it didn't.
You're
I'm
annoying me.
guessing
I
this
want
is
to blow
the
your
part
head
where
off
you
with my
tell
gun
me
now.
that you've got questions and that you expect me to answer them. That sound about right?
You stole the ship, but people might be in danger. I need help. Don't play games with me. I know you stole a ship, and you're trying to tell me, and you're going to tell me
Fine,
why.
yes. I jacked the ship. But look, I was just a contractor. I didn't even keep the ship. I gave it to some men. It was just a quick, clean job. I made sure nobody got hurt.
They were mercenaries who threatened a woman to get her farm.
Hey, all I did was provide them with transportation. They didn't say anything about where they were going or why. Look, I wouldn't have got involved if I thought anyone would be hurt. I've got no love for violence.
Not
I have a
asking
love for
questions
violence.
is just as bad as giving consent. If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't.
Enough small talk. Tell me what you know.
It's not that simple.
It's pretty simple. Just tell
I
me
do
what you know.
understand. I'm trying to figure out a way to help you, okay? Maybe. Need to think about it.
No deals until I get some answers.
All right, fine. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since.
Did she say where she was being treated?
But it sounded serious. She was upset. Seemed kind of shaken, you know? Didn't seem right I should pry, so I didn't.
Did Maya say why the First needed the Hope Tech ship?
Only some kind of offhanded comment about their client wanting to expand the operation ahead of schedule. In my line of work, you learn not to ask a lot of questions. Tends to make people uncomfortable.
Why did you agree to such a risky
Are
job?
you serious? Take your pick. Money, reputation, the thrill of it. All good reasons.
Go on.
Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the First, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know?
Did anyone in the First give you a way of contacting them?
No. Nothing at all. Left me feeling a little disappointed, given how well they paid me.
Did Marco ever give you his location?
Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the First must take a lot of money. Sure, he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
What do you know about the men that you delivered the ship to?
Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed, and that was it.
That's all for now?
Yeah.
Appreciate your
Sure.
cooperation.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone could crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go.
Yes, but if you so much as look at another
Hey,
ship.
you don't need to tell me twice.
All right.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Dan.
An int, I think.
Let's drop a save before I try to travel to Aquila. There is an off chance the game may crash.
I do not get paid enough to
I might be wrapping up this universe this week and jumping through the Unity. There's some stuff I need to get out of my load order. I think it's crashing. Let's see. No, it's going. It's continuing. Maybe.
Wow, here we are again.
Aquila
It's more
City.
interesting than
The only
New
place
Atlantis,
so far
not
where
as
I
fun
feel
as
some
Neon.
sense of familiarity.
Oh, look at that, Zeno.
Hey, deputy.
These Rangers are some hard-blooded folk.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock.
Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex.
Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think?
I didn't really care
What?
for it.
You serious? Well, that's a first. I guess not everyone likes to have a good time. Speaking of which, on to business.
So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful?
I want this slate unlocked as soon
Ease
as
up on
possible.
the throttle there, deputy. You don't get to give me orders. But yes, I'll help you. See, cryptography's not just a hobby for me, it's kind of an obsession. Some people unwind by taking a vacation, others go out to a bar with friends. Me, I crack codes. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so I'm not usually hard to find.
I'm counting on
You're
you, Alex.
counting on me. You know I outrank you, right? Please and thank you go a long way when addressing your betters, rookie.
Scanning.
Lana, you're in my way.
Wow, this place sure looks nifty.
Let's talk for a minute. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hope Tech?
I was able to track down the thief. I did, yeah. She was a shipjacker named Grace Earl.
Grace Early? Yeah, I've heard the name once or twice. Sounds like you're making real progress.
Thank me when I've tracked down the
Good.
first.
Stay focused on the task at hand and don't take your eye off the target. That's how a ranger should think. What did you learn from this starship thief?
The first has a money man called Marco and someone named Maya Cruz.
Now we're getting somewhere. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker. I could give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move.
What can you tell me about Maya Cruz?
They said she was a child prodigy, which probably explains her arrogance. Even so, she was fiercely loyal to Major Hull. I don't think she'd ever give him up. If you find her, don't expect her to cooperate.
You think you know who Marco is?
There was a mech driver in the 1st Cavalry named Marco Graziani. He came from money. And when the 1st Cav got a reputation as the top unit, he transferred in. Rumor was that bribes made it happen. Marco had a knack for getting hold of anything we needed. There was talk the family fortune came from smuggling, and I believe it. He had this dream to become a wealthy businessman when he got out. But I guess that got put on hold when they locked him up.
I need some information to track them down.
Like what?
Where would someone go for long-term treatment?
Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar Collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy. They also guarantee privacy, so it's an ideal place for someone trying to keep a low profile. Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation.
Marco keeps his location a secret. How can I find
Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the First. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Just remember, that's outside Freestar Collective space, so we've got no jurisdiction there.
That's enough to go
Your
on.
priority is to gather more intel about the First. What are they planning? Who are they working for? Where are they headquartered? Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. They think the Freestar Collective betrayed them. In other words, you ain't gonna get a warm welcome, so be careful. Good hunting, Deputy.
Going to the Red
It
Mile.
would seem, as far as this Hope Tech business goes, that there are...
I think it crashed. Shoot. I think I need to go through the Unity and remove some mods that are just a little bit too taxing. Yep, it straight up crashed. I think we need to finish up my outpost for TG's Galactic Harvest and peace out of this place and go to the next Unity, remove a ton of mods from my load order, and start things fresh. Yeah, it's it's definitely not a Bethesda stream without a crash. Normally though, like Fresh Universe, like I don't get crashes like this. I've just been in this universe for a very long time, and I've built kind of way too many outposts, and I have way too many texture mods going on. Some of them I'm gonna get rid of because I don't really use them that much. And then there's also I ripped several mods just out of my load order improperly. That's also causing issues, but they were causing problems with my procedural generation. Um, it's about time to go through the Unity. So I think tonight what I'm going to do is finish up the outpost and then record my review for TG's Galactic Harvest and move on from there. Yeah, that's one of those things about like the creation engine. Just with the persistent tracking, like you need to reset everything eventually. I'm glad, opposed to how Skyrim and Fallout are set up, that they do have the Unity and they have that mechanism in there to reset everything and keep your character. Like a lot of people got like upset by the Unity, but like that's the only way with like this kind of model and this engine model is to get like persistent tracking in a world that you actually have impact on. Is to reset every once in a while, because otherwise it just becomes too much for your the engine to actually load saves and cells and stuff. Let's see, where am I? Go to the Red Mile. Let's see if it'll allow me to go to the Red Mile now. I know my save files are starting to get bloated, because I was getting the warning last night that I'm running out of space to save, and that's usually a good sign that your save files are getting bloated. So we're definitely getting to the point in time where, like, I need to get to another universe.
If you fancy yourself a Red Mile runner...
Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy.
That's right.
Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
Don't worry about me, I
I
can
hope
handle
so.
myself.
I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting.
You'd rather go back
Let's
to the
go meet
days
your
when
contact.
was raided and plundered on a regular basis.
Sure. The occasional pirate raid would set us
I
back
hope
a
you're
bit.
enjoying your
Then
visit.
the pirates would leave and the guests would return. If it were up to me, I'd fire the lot of you right now. Take my chances with the pirates.
Well, it's not up to you, is it? Meanwhile, here's some free advice. Next time you get drunk, try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm. I can only hold my subordinates back for so long before they finally get tired of your BS.
Get the hell out of my face, you pretentious wanker. I'm already bored with this conversation.
I should be doing something.
Said you'd be alone.
It's
Not sure what.
Yeah, well, things
The only
changed.
thing keeping me from kicking.
Who are you?
Spare me.
I'm Deputy
Is that
Laura
so?
Mipsum.
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why?
They're trying to take land from farmers, and I want to know why.
Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory.
Competition is good for business. You just need to rise to the
Well,
challenge.
thanks for the economics lesson, but I think I know my trade. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
There must be something she wants that I can trade for.
My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the Mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco.
There's no time.
All right. It's your call to make. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
I will try not to.
You're really going to take on the Mile, huh?
Lynn is really trying to turn this place around. Hey. Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar.
Red Mile, never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Never heard of it? I won't even ask how that's possible. You're in for a treat, then. The Red Mile is the settled system's most exciting sporting event. Brave contestants from all corners of the galaxy come here to try their luck in a deadly race to the finish. Those that survive are celebrated as champions. Those that don't are quickly forgotten. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality.
I am looking for Marco. I understand you two are acquainted?
That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him? Exactly.
I want to work for him.
It's no small favor that you're asking. But yes, I can arrange such a meeting. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile?
I feel like you were going to ask me to do this.
Good. That means you've prepared yourself for what lies ahead. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from our patrons who will place wagers on your survival.
I'll definitely be coming back.
That's what every runner says. Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
We're going to be setting a new speed record.
Your attention, please. Valued patrons and honored guests. For one brave soul, the hour of fate is at hand. Yes, a runner has come to test the Red Mile. Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wagers. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show. The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you'll see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
All right, time trial. We have to complete it as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure this is how you're supposed to do this. I think my crew is annihilating everything on the ground.
Well done, runner. Now all you
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing, AZ Viking? We're trying to set a new speed record for the Red Mile. I don't see what was so hard about that. Well, I did touch the ground briefly when I activated the beacon, but... Where is she? Where'd she go?
I had a
There she
feeling
is.
about you.
I don't make chit-chat with patrons.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear.
Yeah, nothing touched me.
You mean consequences?
I'm not easily impressed. But you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
The occasional pirate would set us back a bit. Then the pirates would leave and the guests would return.
Nothing quite like the excitement of a run.
You made it.
Tougher than you look.
Take my chances with the pirates.
You're back. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It wasn't even that hard. I mean, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Better than ever. It was fun.
Here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
You're right. Let's focus on the job. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
It's not every day you meet someone
You're in my way.
throughout the settled systems.
Nice outfit, homie. Yes?
I may.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient.
Thanks, I'll be heading to Kodos.
Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
So dramatic. What am I doing running through these people? This is an external POI. I can just travel from here. Hey Vincent, how's it going? I did not watch the Fallout Day. I did kind of like read the cliff notes of it. I do a lot of that. I usually don't watch the live event, but kind of like read the cliff notes because there's a lot of like pageantry, and it's a lot quicker just to kind of read the cliff notes of it. It's going to be interesting seeing creations come to Fallout. I am kind of curious
Ship
to
is
see
good. Beginning
the
landing sequence.
Fallout community's reaction to it.
You in a hurry?
Because I suspect that it's going to be like kind of a mixed bag of a lot of anti like paid mod sentiment, and then some people from like the Fallout 76 community that play Fallout 4 will probably be a little bit more receptive of paid mods. But it's going to be interesting nonetheless to watch that.
You the runner? Boss is in the back.
Yeah, it wasn't like a huge thing when they were released. They kind of like need time to build like and get the good creations out. Like initially, the creations you see are kind of like there's probably going to be a lot of cash grabs early on before we get out of that phase. I mean, we still see them in like the Starfield community where
Welcome.
people put out
His
kind of
message didn't
junk.
exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks.
Attack.
What the hell? Guards!
Oh, wrong.
Forward, search around.
Oh, hey, Larry, how's it going? What the heck is shooting at me?
One down. Stay down.
Into the mud, Scum Queen.
Is that it?
What are you guys doing down here?
Somebody cover me!
Say goodnight. You too. Bye-bye.
your best shot?
How did you survive? There's an enemy here somewhere. Oh, it's this little security camera. Yeah, I mainly ignore cash grabs on creations. I think that's kind of like the best strategy, is just ignore them, to be honest. Like, they're going to happen, and like any kind of free market is going to have like cash grabs, and I think the cost of creative freedom is worth the price of people, you know, doing like silly, stupid cash grabs. That's just my opinion of it. And it's probably a lot of the American in me. I just like free markets, to say the least. I like free markets, and I'm willing to tolerate silly, stupid cash grabs. I don't think I've ever. There's only been one mod that I felt I got ripped off on. For the most part, like, cash grabs are pretty easy to avoid. Yeah, buyer beware. And not to mention, like, Bethesda has like a really, really lax refund policy. Like, basically, you can get a refund for any reason you want, no questions asked. It is positively like worth it. Let's see. I'm probably going to be wrapping up the stream shortly, because I have to pick up my daughter from school. But I might stream later on tonight if I see something on creations that looks interesting. I might just do like a live review tonight. It depends on how things are going. What do you mean I'm in combat? Ugh, I keep saying I'm in combat. Yeah, I would not be shocked if King Gath got a heads up about creations on Fallout before it was coming and was able to start developing something quickly. And I think that would probably be...
Ready for our next adventure?
Shh. Quiet, companions. That would probably be something very good for Bethesda, would be give someone like King Gath a heads up so we can develop something and launch it with the launch of creations.
Great. Just great.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping King Gath does something for the settlement system within Starfield to make it feel more polished and well-rounded.
successful.
What good am I doing you just standing?
Keep out. What is this? Darkstar services in the toilet. Please tell me you have... I want luxury textiles. Hooray! 2 of them. I hope this helps. I had to work fast, but the perception filters should keep them from noticing this terminal. And the keep out sign is a projected suggestion field that should discourage anyone from looking into why this toilet has been broken for months. Vex. Ebengard to her Lady Silk. Very interesting. Oh, and there's some money back here too.
What are you listening to?
So let's see if...
All links removed. Undocking complete.
We're going to travel back to the outpost I'm working on. Where the heck is it? Algobra. So if you come to Algobra 3A, it has sandy deserts that are purple and an orange gas giant.
I wonder where that door could be.
Hold up just a moment here. I'm just checking my phone to see if we have any cool... Let's see. Usually they announce them in the Darkstar Discord. Under announcements. Any announcements today? No announcements today.
So much expanse.
We're gonna quit and we'll check out the creation store. Does anyone know if the new creations have dropped yet? Well, we're gonna check it out. And we'll see if there's anything cool. Because I'm gonna log off soon, but if there's like a cool story mod, I think we might play it this afternoon after I pick up my daughter. I don't know if they've dropped yet. tailored spaces. I should get tailored spaces. Been hearing good things about it. 230 pieces of furniture, interactive pieces, decor. I might get this, but it also might make my save file scream when I do. Looks like some nice stuff. I like it. I might get it. Because I don't have any furniture set up in that outpost yet. Yeah, I don't think they dropped. Not yet. Lost Light. Lost Light is a POI expansion that features 6 locations. If no cool story mods drop, what we are going to do is we are going to play this afternoon. Because I've been wanting to try this. Caracol 5. I do like his stuff. Price-wise, I mean, it's 6 points of interest for $7. What I would say is that's fairly priced, but I don't know if it's competitively priced, because Forgotten Frontiers features some really good points of interest, and they're basically $1 for each point of interest, whereas this is, what, like $1 and like 18 cents per point of interest. I am playing on the Xbox, specifically the Series S. So I've modded out my game with the Series S, and that is to just make the Series S scream as much as possible while I play it with a massive load order that is probably well beyond the capacity for the Series S to handle. But yeah, I think we're going to try this. I do want to try this because I love anything that adds points of interest to the procedural generation, because I think that is probably the weakest aspect of Starfield, is the variety of points of interest within the procedural generation. I don't have that stupid opinion that lacks all nuance that procedural generation is just bad and they need to get rid of procedural generation entirely. Anytime I hear that opinion, I can tell that the person does not know anything about procedural generation. What Starfield's really lacking is variety within the procedural generation, and that comes with time and mod authors making more stuff. So if nothing cool story-wise drops, I think we're going to play this, and we'll just do a live mod review, and we'll just play through it. And then I'll probably just wrap up my thoughts at the end of the video and just cut it as a mod review. But I think I am going to end the stream here, and then go pick up my daughter from school. Probably be back on like 3 or 4 p.m. this afternoon and play through that mod by Caracol 5 and give our thoughts on it. We'll just do it live. But as always, friends, please enjoy the rest of your day if I don't see you this afternoon.